Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel, or welcome in if you're new. I'm Channie, and today we're watching Every Bear and Its Chances of Retiring You from Life by the one and only Casual Geographic. I know last time there was a lot of opinions about me not knowing how dangerous bears are. So today we will get the full breakdown and we will open the door to knowledge for me, and you guys will watch me observe and absorb all of this knowledge. But yeah, we're watching this live on twitch.tv/chanzonia. Do join us next time. We do live reactions, usually on Saturdays. So yeah, but let's get to it. Oh, also, you might be confused with my attire. I made broccoli soup. A fact about me is I don't like broccoli. I hate broccoli, so it's a punishment actually. That's why I'm dressed like this. Just wanted to, explain a little bit of the Twitch lore that you're missing. But let's get to it. Let's get to the video.
It's scientifically proven that one of the best ways to see how a guy's mind works to really see what type of person you're dealing with, ask one question. What's the biggest animal you can beat in a fight? You ask that and you'll learn a whole lot in a short time. And in 2021, British firm YouGov did a survey. There's a lot to unpack here, but mostly
hold on. Okay, 6% of Americans think you could beat a grizzly bear in a fight. Oh. Okay, rat is crazy, because I feel like I don't know if I would beat a rat. If you watched my Elden Ring playthroughs, you know I be getting whooped by these rats. It's crazy. House cat, I like cats. I love cats. Large dog, large dogs kind of scare me. I'm cooked with all of these, if I'm being honest with you. Maybe elephant. Okay, well, I wouldn't beat an elephant, though. I feel like elephants are too peaceful. Someone is gonna probably comment and say, you think elephants are peaceful? But yeah, I don't think I'm beating anything. Except maybe the king cobra, but I wouldn't beat it. I would just outrun it, maybe? Just run away? It's geese, right? If it's multiple? I think it's geese. I think geese are also not as demure and nice as they might seem. I don't know. I don't think I've ever been close to a geese, so I don't know. A goose, sorry. No, rat, cat, goose, dog, eagle, dog, cobra, those I can beat. The others will kill me first. A goose is evil by design and nature. Oh god. Does he have a video about geese? I might need to watch it too. But yeah, I feel like cobra could be the only one I could beat. And a rat, I guess, if you exclude the Elden Ring ones. Medium-sized dog, I guess. Large dog, maybe no. Elephant would stomp me. Grizzly bear, we'll find out. But according to the stories about Boss and Slip Lip, I might be cooked. Yeah, I think that's about it. So just a rat, medium dog, and a cobra. Kangaroos are scary, bro. Do you guys see the videos of how jacked up they are? Like they're beefy, bro. Look at this. He's brave for punching him. Would Chihuahua count as a rat? Buns? Kangaroos are so cool. I mean, they jump. What else do kangaroos do? They have a little cute pouch when they carry their babies. I think that's cool. I seen a video recently of the inside of it, of that pouch, and I was like, I wish I didn't see that, but you know. Oh yeah, they kick. They can balance with their tail, right? And use their foot or something like that. So that's cool. With no prep, no human can beat elephant. These people are tweaking. 10% of people are out their minds. Damn, that makes sense then. But I would like to see other countries as well. Their percentages for this would be cool to see. But yeah, let's continue.
6% of Americans that think they could handle a grizzly without getting their existence abolished. 3, 2, 1.
It's a bear. Oh god.
And that's how long it would take. Bears are inevitable enough to be one of the few
fast.
animals I have a one-shot rule
They're really
against.
fast.
As in, if they're coming at me full force and I have one shot in the chamber, I'm using it to self-medicate my exit off the mortal coil. I might not survive a hippo attack, but I'm for sure not surviving my reaction to one. I'll same-day ship myself to the Lord's door before I let a chimp handle me, and I'll self-subtract with the quickness before a bear makes me part of its business. Bears are the most conceptually inconsiderate creatures in nature. Basically a giant unhinged dog with every possible attribute maxed. Think about it. Nature dropped an apex, all-terrain CrossFit predator that can out everything you and just let the rest of the population deal with it. But what's the most dangerous bear actually? Well, today we're going to be talking about every breed of bear and its chances of putting you on a shirt. Each bear will get a Merc rating. Merc standing for might eviscerate, ravage, or just cancel you. Yeah, that's...
This whole time I thought Merc was spelled with a U. I don't know why, but okay, MERK. Okay, cool.
That's
Good to know.
definitely the K word that was supposed to be there. And as always, each rating will be in my very biased opinion. But yeah, call me Joe Rogan or a grinder gladiator. Either way, we are going down the bear hole. Starting with
Look
the
at him
sun bear,
standing,
named after the
though.
thing he spent way too long looking at. Those eyes stared at the void and the void
Oh
blinked first.
my
And
god. This is like, oh my god. I've seen this picture before. It looks so, it's like a skinwalker. Why does it look like that? I'm more scared of this one than the grizzly bear, if I'm being honest. That is terrifying. If it stands like this and looks at me like this, I'm dead. I'm having a heart attack. Like, he wouldn't even need to do anything. I'd just have a heart attack and die there. That is terrifying. Please stand on 4 legs. Please.
yes, they're built like they barely qualify to be here. He looks like a bear with crippling social anxiety that got told to act natural. They were recently involved in a controversy in China. The controversy was nobody believed that wasn't a man in costume.
Literally, like, look, that's a skinwalker,
To be
bro.
fair, they're easily the least coated Ursus out there. They're the smallest in the world at no heavier than $140. And be honest, how long would it take for you to guess that foot was attached to a grizzly's cousin? Those bare feet help them climb
Oh.
trees, and some bears are the most tree climbing of them all. But how dangerous is this identity crisis?
Do all bears have, like, tongues this long? Or is it only the sun bears? No? Okay.
Well, they're shy, reclusive, and mostly eat fruits and plants. They're also trigger happy, nearly blind, and they share real estate with tigers. Sun bears are known to attack
do?
people when caught off guard, and their poor eyesight means they can easily get jump scared by humans. They also have one of the strongest bite forces relative to body size of any bear, but probably only because they use teeth to rip through tree bark. There was even one
Oh
case where a
my
sun bear tiger
God.
showdown ended up with both of them becoming past tense, so what could they do to a human? Well, from 2000 to 2010, there were 33 sun bear attacks on humans, with the most common injuries being facial. But all the attacks were accidental encounters where the sun bears would probably argue self-defense. And to my knowledge, there are no recorded cases of a sun bear killing a person. So, with no body count and being the smallest, but also being neurotic enough to be a
The claws on them. Oh my god, that's terrifying.
threat, I'll give the sun bear a Merc rating of 5. Next, you have the Andean,
Wait, 5 out of what? 5 out of what?
also known as the spectacled bear. For
Wait,
obvious
this one is
reasons.
cute.
On paper, he's the biggest land predator in that part of South America. Only technically, because only 5% of Four Eyes'
I like
diet is meat.
the-
Like the sun bear, they're only
The,
really
like, patterns
jihad
on
to
the
fruits and
face.
plants. Also like the sun bear, the walking spectacle is very tree climbing, and they'll even build their version of a treehouse
Is it called a walking spectacle because it walks more than the others? Or...
to sleep in. To be fair, you don't really have a choice when your hall monitor's a jaguar. But don't think Buddy's sweet because he got glasses. They've been known to take out llamas, cows, and even tapirs twice their size. But how dangerous are they to people? Well, in 2004, an Andean bear escaped from a Berlin zoo and made a beeline for the children's area. What followed was
my
one of the
God.
most gruesome displays ever caught on camera. Viewer discretion is advised.
Is it trying to ride a bike? I expected a very, like, gory video that's gonna make me feel sick to my stomach. And then he's just showing me a bear trying to ride a bike? What? Okay, I don't know how to feel. I'm a bit confused.
Apparently, the spectacled bear only has one human body on his record, and technically it was a hunter who shot the bear out of a tree only for the bear to land on him. I'm sorry,
Oh.
but if you fail
I'm sorry, but if you try to shoot a bear and it lands on you and kills you, that's kind of on you. Like, why are you under there? Shouldn't you be shooting from a little bit of a distance? Like, what is going on?
physics that hard, you deserve to get packed up by Paddington. And yes, Paddington was indeed a spectacle. Spectacles are also the closest living relative of, yeah, the short-faced bear. Oh, the duality. But considering the only casualty was more to slapstick than a homicidal bear, I give the spectacled beast a Merc rating of 2. And now we're at the panda portion, which might confuse some since there's a genuine
Panda.
corner of the internet that'll tell you that pandas aren't actually bears. They'll sooner believe China has an obese biracial gerbil waddling around. To be fair, being a bear but
Look at
identifying
them,
as a
so
bamboo processing
cute.
plant is a questionable life choice. But one, bamboo is so protein packed that Ursus Oreo actually ends up getting just as much as wolves and feral cats. And two, binging bamboo all day means pandas actually have one of the strongest bite forces of any land mammal. Wild pandas
Oh
usually
my.
avoid people, and there's currently no record of a plus-size eyeshadow cotton ball killing a human. But pandas
Oh my god, the caregivers dressed up as pandas. Why are they so silly, bro? Listen, if there's any job I would ever take in an instant, is a panda caretaker. They're literally so silly. If you've seen the clips of the caregivers trying to like take care of them. They're so silly. They literally have one brain cell and they all share one brain cell. They're so cute.
And there's currently no record of a plus-size eyeshadow cotton ball killing a human. But pandas will 100% lash out if they think you deserve it, often with life-altering consequences.
Oh.
Nobody demonstrated panda potential more than straight at the Beijing Zoo, a young panda named Gugu. In 2006, a drunk dude climbed into the enclosure to give Gugu a hug, and Gugu gave him an attitude adjustment with his teeth. After several minutes of biting each other, yes, Drunky bit the bear. They were eventually separated with a
biting each other. Wait, he bit the bear. Oh my god, no way. No way. They said A. Eye for eye, tooth for tooth, bro.
After several minutes of biting each other,
okay,
yes,
this is not
Drunky
Gugu in
bit
the
the
clip,
bear.
though.
They were eventually separated with a fire hose. In 2007, a teenager tried Gugu and got chunks ripped out of his legs to the point where bones were showing. And in 2009, a father climbed over a barrier to retrieve a toy his son dropped. His reward was his leg caught in Gugu's vice grip jaws that keepers literally had to pry open. I really think if pandas didn't wear the makeup, y'all would not be.
Why did you do? Yo. Why would you just remove the makeup like that? Oh my god. Unwarranted, unprovoked, no warning. Please put the eyeshadow back on, Miss Ma'am. Please.
Trying them like this. The worst part about getting mauled by something so goofy is it probably takes a long time for bystanders to realize you're in trouble. They're the epitome of, I'm not a killer, but don't push me. And for that, they get.
Oh, are we looking at what I think we're looking at? Sir Casual Geographic, we need to have a talk. We need to have a talk.
A Merc rating of 4.
We really need to have a talk. This is crazy.
By a panda, you probably deserved it. Now we got the black bear, aka the fight back part of the rhyme, which is kind of true. Black bears are more likely to run away than run a fade. And
why did it skedaddle like that? Why did he skedaddle away?
Fight back part of the rhyme, which is kind of true. Black bears are more likely to run away than run a fade. And after seeing them climb trees, thank the natural order for that. Although they probably only learned that from dealing with another bear down.
Is that boss?
Black bears are high-key champion generalists. They're smart enough and adaptable enough to live almost anywhere in America.
Oh my god,
also, they're not always
black,
but that's besides the point. Moonlighting as a giant raccoon means they run into people more than the average bear, and if you look at the numbers, they might not be as harmless as the nursery rhyme suggests. Since 1784, there have been 66 times where a black bear and a human resulted in one less human. Pretty low, but there's more. There's just under 12 black bear conflicts a year. 52% are typically defensive, 33% were food motivated, and 15% were predatory. That number is interesting because that's actually higher than what you would see in brown bears. Folks now believe there's a slow but very real rise in predatory male black bears murking people.
Look at the fur. It looks so fluffy and cuddly.
In fact, the first ever fatal black bear attack in California just happened last month. Male blacks, but black bears that is, they have a wider range, which means a desperate down bad male is more likely to try his luck on a hiker. The last stat I have is 88% of black bear assisted census subtractions were predatory, and 92% of those predatory pastimes were done by males. But when I say slow rise, we are still talking about one person getting clapped a year. Also, apparently none of those casualties carried pepper spray, so if you do that, hike in groups and put food and garbage away, you probably won't get cooked by Smokey. In fact, the majority of black bear encounters end like a Mormon liaison when either side gets touched. So, they're flight over fight and statistically harmless, but they live in close proximity with people and are technically more likely to see you as free pizza than grizzlies. So I'll give them a 6.5. 6, final answer. Not unlike their Asian cousins, and disclaimer, we're getting into the legitimately dangerous territory. The Asiatic black bear, also called the moon bear, is the first on—
Wait, did I miss where the other one was, like what region? Did he mention? Did I miss it? I think I missed it. Do let me know in the comments. But yeah,
honest threat to human way of life. They're way more on site than American black bears, and for that matter—
No, we've already watched the sun bear. The sun bear was the first one. This one is the Asiatic black bear, but the black bear, I couldn't tell if it's mainly in America and Latin America or no. I don't know. Let me know in the comments though.
even Eurasian brown bears. To be fair, neither of them have to deal with a certain
Kitty.
big cat. Like most bears, they're most dangerous when people run into them and the bear feels cornered, and for that reason, attacks are on the rise. From April 2023 to just November, 212 people caught the wrong end of Asiatic aggression from a black bear. 6 died, and food scarcity means those numbers are probably going up. In fact, that's why they're a problem in Japan. You see, in Japan, there's a shift with young people leaving the countryside to go make bread in the big city, and food-feeding bears moving into the now less crowded human neighborhoods. Now, it's never been easier to find problems with an Asian bear, and from 2000 to 2020, 2,357 black bear attacks have been recorded. 42.4% suffered severe injury, 1.2
it's like a lion, kinda. You know, like the lion hair around the face? Like, if you see, at least the ones he's been showing so far, they all seem to have like this rounded like shape around their face, like framing their face. Is that what's like distinguishing them from the other one?
2% ended up with permanent disability, and 4.8% lost the ability to exist. They're dead. And over 20% of those attacks happened in August, i.e. right around the time they're getting ready to hibernate. There was even a case earlier this year where a man had to negotiate his arm with a Swiss knife after the Asian variety refused to let him go. Since this is the first bear that is a somewhat regular threat to people, I'm gonna give the Asiatic black bear a 7.5. Although with the whole bear biofarming thing, we probably had it coming. And now we get to my honest inspiration for this video, the brown bear. Honestly, first I'm gonna clear something up. The grizzly bear is a subspecies of the brown bear.
Okay, because I was about to ask that. I was gonna say it's not brown bears, grizzly bears, but I guess all grizzly bears are brown bears, but not all brown bears are grizzly bears, right?
Kind of like how the Arctic wolf is an offshoot of the gray guy. The grizzly is basically a landlocked brown bear. They're further inland, and their grocery list is a lot shorter, which is why, even though they're the most famous, grizzlies aren't even the biggest bears brown and around. They're smaller than the Kamchatka bear, dwarfs
the who? Kamchatka.
grizzlies, mostly because of the fresh supply of salmon they get from shacking up on the Kamchatka Peninsula, which actually has the highest density of brown bears on the planet. There's like 20,000 of them there. And of course, what y'all know about the Kodiak bear? Named after the Kodiak Islands, nature was forced to vault in on. They can outweigh a grizzly by almost 500 pounds, and that's purely off the pescatarian.
Oh my god. Why did I read that as Kodak? I was like, Kodak? Kodak Black? What? They named him Kodak? That's crazy. But no, it's just Kodiak. Okay, that's the different type. Okay, I'm trying to... Okay, they seem rounder, bigger, and more hump. Like, the hump is... Wait, this one also has a hump. Oh. Let me go back.
Vaulted on. They can outweigh a grizzly by almost 500 pounds. That's purely off the pescatarian. That is a whole mountain of a bear. Grizzly bears are smaller, but the higher competition and being gate kept from coastal calories makes them that much more aggressive, which makes them...
Look at the face! I just want to give it cheek pinches.
To curse that much. My mom watches me. But that is a fucking problem. They're like a predatory Thanos. Your demise is inevitable.
I like how he's like telling me these predators could literally kill me in 2 seconds. And I'm like, cheek pinches. Cuddles. You lose a hand if you try. I know, but if not friend, why friend shaped? If no cuddles, why cuddle shaped? I hate it here.
Watches me, but that is a fucking problem. They're like a predatory Thanos. Your demise is inevitable if they greenlight.
Wait, I need to go back to see what he was talking about.
Grizzly bears are smaller, but the higher competition and being gate kept from coastal calories makes them that much more aggressive, which makes them, and I don't like to curse that much. My mom watches me, but that is a fucking problem. They're like a predatory Thanos. Your demise is inevitable if they greenlight it. They have jaws that can crush a bowling ball. Pause that mean. You're a high five away from balling like Emmanuel Hansel. I've seen them punk entire wolf packs out of food, and they might be the only thing alive that can choke slam a moose. There's only one video that truly encapsulates how fornicated you are if a grizzly chases you.
Oh my god, they're so fast too.
Here you have a grizzly running, and wow, we're still going.
Where are we going?
Oh, right there. That's the caribou he's after. Keep in mind, this is the 30-second mark of the video. About 4 minutes was all it took for the seed of Santa to get packed up like a Christmas present and turned into part of the past. But how dangerous are brown bears actually? Since 1784, there have been only 82 fatal brown bear conflicts in North America. Yellowstone surprisingly only has 8. From 2000 to 2015, there were a recorded 664 brown bear attacks around the world, with 95 flatlines. Of these attacks, 17% involved someone with a dog, 10% were after a bear got shot or trapped, aka the person had it coming, 20% were sudden encounters, and an overwhelming 47% involved a female with a...
Okay, this is crazy to me. Like, did they just go to these areas with bears knowing that bears are like this and they just stand here and take pictures? Like, that's fine.
Cub, proving
is this
that
like
the
a
only
park
thing more dangerous than the bear...
or what's going on?
Boom. A child. No.
But really, numbers say...
A child.
more dangerous than the bear...
Boom. A child. No.
But really, numbers say there's only 11 brown bear attacks in North America a year, 40 if we're talking worldwide. In fact, the chances of getting murked by a brown bear in Yellowstone are 1 in 2.1 million. I do think bears suffer a lot from shark syndrome, where the attacks might not happen often, but when they do, they're usually graphic enough to go international. At the same time, the worst case scenario scares me more than death itself.
Not gonna lie, I was so scared for a second thinking he forgot to blur a clip. Then I realized that's a toy. That's a toy.
So
okay,
brown
we're
bears,
safe.
specifically
We're
grizzly
fine.
bears, get a
YouTube,
merc
relax.
rating of 8. Make that an 8.5. If you know, you know. Now the...
You can't just do that. Casual geographic. You can't just do that. I don't know. That's why I'm watching you, bro.
merc rating
Explain.
of 8. Make that an 8.5.
YouTube, could you please explain to me what this picture means? I am clueless about bear lore. I would really like to know. Thank you.
5. If you know, you know. Now the sloth bear is a great example of something I always say. You have to convince a predator
There's a sloth bear?
you're worth the effort, where prey will off you before you get the chance. Most bears see humans as a fellow predator. The problem is here you got one that spends most of its life as prey. Sloth bears got tiger trauma in their bloodline. They also get plenty of smoke from leopards, problems from dhole packs, and somehow the same elephants and rhinos that are chill-ish around tigers have zero tolerance for the baloos of the world. Add it all up, you get a floppy-faced termite eater that's also one of the most violently aggressive animals on
that's
the planet.
scary.
You basically have a giant honey badger with attitude and all the tools to follow through.
I was gonna
It's
say,
prey
it
trauma
looks
with
like
predatory hardware.
it
They
looks
don't
like
really
a
know
honey
how to
badger.
kill, they just inflict as much pain as physically possible. That's why many sloth bear victims end up with their faces torn off, since that's their go-to move against tigers. A trauma bear with chimpanzee tendencies means they get a merc rating of 9. There's no good record of sloth bear attacks on people, but it's the fact that they live on top of and kill more people than other bears that outnumber them. This is technically the most dangerous bear per capita.
No, the monkey.
And it's the one named after a sloth. In fact, one sloth bear was called the man-eater of Mysore after he killed 12 people and severely mauled another 24. In his defense, something like that's pretty rare, and it's believed the bear was injured by people first and then went on a rampage. Not like the last bear, which is one of the few animals to see humans as prey. I'm gonna kill the suspense right now. The polar bear's a 10. From 1870 to 2014, only 20 people have been killed by polar bears out of 73 attacks. But
I mean, how many people actually visit areas with polar bears? We also have to consider that, no?
Frequency that's scary. What do I mean? Well, over 60% of attacks happened between 1960 and 2009. 20% happened from 2010 to 2014. That means in this study, 20% of all polar bear attacks happened in less than 3% of the time, and that less than 3% was in the last 4 years. The polar bear is the only bear that classifies as a hypercarnivore, and they'll try anything from walruses to reindeer, and they'll even body a beluga whale. As you know, polar bears are one of the rare animals that'll actively hunt people. It's true what they say. If you see a polar bear in the wild, your expiration date's already stamped. They can smell a seal from almost 20 miles away, so you know when ice bear pulls up, it's no mistake. The Arctic op is such a threat. In Churchill, Manitoba, it's common courtesy to leave car doors unlocked in case someone needs a 4-wheeled panic room from a polar bear. The same place, by the way, that has the Churchill Polar Bear Detention Center. And it's exactly what it sounds like. It's an air-conditioned temporary holding cell for polar bears that get way too comfortable around people. No other bear is more of a certified homicide.
It's kind of sad, but like, man, what kind of things have they done to be put in there? Like, how many bodies?
Eye contact. But they wouldn't be so bad if it wasn't for receding sea ice, basically stranding a marine mammal on land. And like with black bears, it's a starving, desperate rogue males that are most likely to turn a human into a hashtag. And that's kind of the thing. Every bear on this list would easily put humans at a 10. Like I said, Asiatic black bears are the most common victims of bear bile farms. Sloth bears are often kept as dancing tourist traps, which involves brutal maimings and shoving a
that's
rope through their nose.
sad.
Literally, through it. And despite the
Oh my
memes,
God,
humanity has
that's so
done more to
sad.
pandas than for them. Also, there's the fact that most bears want nothing to do with you. Literally, one of the best ways to avoid a bear is to actually make noise to give the bear a chance to avoid you. Most bear brutalities come from a bear getting jump scared and making a decision. Also, there's bear spray, but bear spray is a lot like a seatbelt. You don't get into a car expecting to do a barrel roll down I-80, but the same way the seatbelt makes the worst case better, so does bear spray. In fact, you'll probably never use it. Moral of the story? Yeah, honestly, the bear wouldn't even choose us. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. If you rock with the Merc rating thing, I actually have an entire book on the concept. 100
Oh,
animals
a
that can,
book.
you can read the title. And again, each animal has a rating based on my personal bias. And because today's my birthday, the book will be 52% off on Amazon.
Hey,
If
yo,
you're interested, the
happy
link will be in the
belated birthday.
description. But other than that, drink water, cherish your parents.
Duckies.
Remember, if it's white like a beluga, it's the last time we'll
Oh
talk to
my
you.
God. Guys. Oh my God. How did she end up in that situation?
Other than that, drink water, cherish your parents. Remember, if it's white like a beluga, it's the last time we'll talk to you.
She's
And I'm gonna
cooked.
see y'all
It's Jover for her.
in the next one.
You're being tased. This Jover, bro. Oh. Oh, he wants pizza. He's just hungry. Look, it's so friendly. Alright, well that was every bear and its chances of retiring you from life. Really, really good video. Learned a lot. Will I be seen near a bear or any bear location? After this, no. We've learned. We now know bears are dangerous. Bears are no-no. Even if they're cuddly and cute and fluffy, still a no-no. But do let me know down below, from the list he added in the beginning, which of the animals on that list do you think you can take on? Let me know down in the comments. And if you like this video as usual, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!